Hello, everyone. Welcome to Easy English Learning. Today, we have a special story for you. It's about a kind boy named Oliver, but he has a little problem. He never says no. Let's find out what happens. Once upon a time, in the quiet town of Willowbrook, there lived a boy named Oliver. He was known for his warm smile, gentle heart, and eagerness to help. Whether it was a friend needing a favor, a neighbor calling for assistance, or a stranger requesting a hand, Oliver always agreed. Without hesitation, without question. But there was one thing Oliver did not know how to do. He did not know how to say no. A kind heart, a heavy burden. At first, people admired Oliver. "What a generous boy," the townsfolk would say. "He has such a big heart," his teachers remarked. "You can always count on Oliver," his friends declared. If a classmate forgot their lunch, Oliver gave away his sandwich, even if his stomach grumbled. If someone wanted to borrow his books, he lent them out, even when they were never returned. When his neighbors needed help carrying heavy baskets, Oliver stayed until their work was done, even if his own arms ached. Every time someone asked for something, Oliver's lips would part, but the word no never came. As time passed, things began to change. People stopped asking if he wanted to help. They expected it. His classmates stopped thanking him for favors. They assumed he would do them. His friends no longer invited him to play. They only came when they needed something. Oliver's days grew longer, his burdens heavier. He spent his afternoons running errands for others instead of reading his favorite books. He finished other people's homework while his own lay forgotten. He never had time to rest, to dream, to be a child. And slowly, without realizing it, Oliver started to feel small, like he mattered less than the people around him. A tired heart. One day after school, Oliver dragged his feet home. His backpack felt heavier than usual, not because of books, but because of exhaustion. His grandmother, who had always been able to read his heart, noticed right away. "Oliver, my dear, you look so tired," she said, setting a cup of warm tea before him. "What's wrong?" Oliver hesitated. He wasn't sure how to explain the weight in his chest. "I don't know, Grandma," he murmured. "Everyone asks me to do things, and I can't say no." His grandmother studied him for a long moment before speaking. Her voice was soft but firm. "My dear, kindness is a gift, but it is not only meant for others. If you keep giving all your time, all your energy, and all your joy away, what will be left for you?" Oliver blinked. He had never thought of kindness in that way before. "But if I say no, won't people be upset? Won't they stop liking me?" he asked. His grandmother smiled gently. "Those who truly care for you will understand. And those who only like you for what you can do for them, perhaps they were never real friends at all." Oliver thought about her words all night. The first no. The next day at school, Oliver's classmate Jason approached him. "Hey, Oliver, I forgot my pencil case at home. Can I have your favorite pencil?" Jason asked, already reaching for it. Oliver felt the familiar urge to say yes. To give in, to avoid disappointing anyone. But then he remembered his grandmother's words. Taking a deep breath, he clenched his fingers around his pencil and said, "No." Jason blinked, looking surprised. "What? But you always say yes." "I know," Oliver said, standing firm. "But this time I need it." Jason frowned, then shrugged. "Whatever," he muttered before walking away. Oliver's heart pounded. For the first time in his life, he had said no. And nothing terrible had happened. Learning to choose. As the days went by, Oliver started to practice saying no more often. When his friend Max asked him to finish his homework, Oliver shook his head. "I have my own work to do." When a classmate demanded his lunch, Oliver simply said, "No, I need to eat too." When a neighbor wanted him to help all evening, he replied, "I can help for a little while, but then I have to go." At first, people were surprised, even annoyed. Some grumbled, some rolled their eyes, but to Oliver's relief, they moved on. But something amazing also started happening. Some friends, the ones who truly cared, stayed. Instead of using him for favors, they invited him to play. Instead of demanding things, they asked nicely and respected his answer. Most importantly, Oliver began to feel free. He still helped people, but only when he truly wanted to. He still showed kindness, but he made sure to be kind to himself too. And for the first time in a long while, Oliver felt happy, light, and most of all himself. The strength in no. One evening, as Oliver sat beside his grandmother, she patted his hand and smiled. "You've grown so much, my dear," she said warmly. "You've learned that no is not an unkind word. It is a word that protects your heart." Oliver smiled back, feeling warmth fill his chest. Because now he understood. Saying no did not mean he was selfish. It meant he had learned to choose. And that was the greatest gift of all. Now, Oliver chooses when to help. He is still kind, but he is also kind to himself. Oliver plays happily with real friends. His grandmother smiles, watching him. Saying no is not unkind. It protects your heart. So, what did we learn today? Saying no is okay. Being kind is wonderful. But you should also be kind to yourself. Be kind, but don't forget yourself. Did you like this story? Give us a thumbs up, and don't forget to subscribe for more fun English stories. See you next time.